Hey guys, for math today, we're gonna do a height record line graph. So I know a while back we did a bar graph where we counted up farm animals, took data, and all of that kind of stuff. But what we're actually gonna do today is, if you guys see this graph right here, I'm gonna explain again how we have an x-axis and a y-axis. And this is actually gonna be all about this little girl, Caitlin, right here. So what happened is that her family has kept track of her height as she's gotten older. So below here, this is actually a line graph showing her height has changed since she's aged and gotten older. So what we're gonna do is use this graph to answer some questions. So instead of making a graph this time, we're going to use a graph to learn about Caitlin and her height. All right. So let's see, we want to find out how tall was Caitlin when she was 4 years old. So it looks like on our x-axis here, we have how many years old she is. So we have her age. And on this y-axis, we have her height in inches. So our question was, how tall was she when she was 4 years old? So first thing we want to do is find when she was 4 years old. So we know here she was 4 years old. So let's go see what that height was. So then we're gonna go over here. So it looks to me like when she was 4 years old, she was 40 inches tall. So we are gonna write 40 inches. So now for question 2. How much had Caitlin grown from the time she was born to 6 years old? Wow, that's a pretty intense question. So we are gonna take a look here and see. So 6 years is right here. So we know that's where we're looking to. But how much has she grown from the time she was born? So birth, all the way to 6 years old. So birth, we're gonna say that was at between 10 and 20. So that would be 15. So she was 15 inches when she was born. When she was 6, she was 45 inches. So what we need to do is, let me get a scrap piece of paper here, is take 45 minus 15. So 45 minus 15. So the first thing here that we do is take 5 away from 5. We get 0. Now we're going to take 1 away from 4. So 4 minus 1 equals 3. So it looks like Caitlin has grown 30 whole inches. 30 inches is what we'll write. How old was Caitlin when she was 30 inches tall? So let's find the inches side, that's our y-axis. So 30, and then there's a dot here, so we're gonna go down. So when she was 30 inches tall, she was 2 years old. So we're gonna write 2 years old. Now for our fourth question. How tall might Caitlin be when she's 10? So let's see if we can find a pattern here. So 15, 30, let's see, what's the difference between here? So 5, 10, 15. So between here, there's 15 inches. 5, 10. 10 inches between there. 5 between there. So how tall might she be at 10 years old? So we've got our options: 85 inches, 55 inches, 50 inches, or 65 inches. So let's take a look here. Let's get our scrap piece of paper out again. So at this point, she is 55 at the very end. So we know that when she's 8, she's 55 inches, and she's probably going to keep growing. So we know it's not B. And her biggest growth spurt was when she was younger. So it's either we're going to add 5 more or 10 more. So maybe, let's think about it. 60. We don't think... Oh, our option here for C, we have 50 inches, but that means she would be getting shorter. So we know that's not our answer. Let's see. So it's either going to be 85 inches or 65 inches. So if she grew 5 more inches, she'd be 60 inches tall. If she grew 10 more inches, she would be 65 inches. Is that one of our answers? By gosh, it is. So we're gonna circle D and write D right here. So D, 65 inches is how tall she might end up being. Let's take a look here and see what else we've got. So how tall might Caitlin be when she was 5 years old? So that's not on here, so it's gonna be somewhere in between. So when she was 5 years old, she's gonna be somewhere between 40 and 50 inches, 40 and 45 inches. Because she was 45 inches when she was 6. So we know it's not 45, that's too much. For 4 years old, she was 40 inches, and that's too little. So we're gonna cross out A and C. Let's take a look at B and D then. So we've got 43 inches or 49. To me, it looks like she would be closer to 43 inches. So let's look at 49 too, because 49 would be closer to 50, so that would be up here. But that doesn't make much sense, does it? So we're gonna cross that out. So our answer is B, 43 inches. I'm really proud of you guys for reading through this with me. I know that wasn't super easy. Graphs, remember though, they're made to make it easier for us to understand data. And we were able to answer all of these questions by looking at this simple representation in picture form. So it's kind of like when art meets together with math, you get graphs which help us make sense. Anyway, great job everyone. We'll see you soon.